I have created an ICT tool called The Seasons, where students will participate in a series of simulations that will broaden their knowledge of how the seasons impact Melbourne and how they participate in different activities depending on the season. Is for students that are in foundation level, so students who are typically 5 to 6 years of age. Students will understand different characteristics of each season and understand how they impact everyday life. The game relates to the Victorian curriculum under Earth and Space Sciences. The curriculum states that observable changes occur in the sky and landscape. Daily and seasonal changes affect everyday life. My game focuses on the seasons from this curriculum link. I chose this for my project as there are many games already for literacy and numeracy, but I couldn't find as many that focused on science, especially the seasons, and I wanted to incorporate a new concept for my game. My game relates to the SAMR model in the substitution and augmentation stage, as my game is a direct substitute with some functional improvement. This is because students could be taught about what characteristics each season has by a teacher and then answer questions about what they've learnt, but my game encourages independent learning and the ability to have the information repeated in the exact same way, whereas a teacher might change a word or two and students may become confused. The task of being told information is substituted with my game to elevate learning. I am hoping users will engage with this project and be able to understand seasons clearer and easier than just having it told to them. My project relates to Bloom's taxonomy in 3 stages. In the Remember stage, pictures are consistent through the game. Characteristics are repeated and accurate descriptions are given to allow students to memorize and define them. In the Understand stage, as instructions are provided by voiceover and written on the side. They are clear and simple and use appropriate terminology that the users this game is aimed at will understand. And in the Apply stage, as users are given information that they use to apply their knowledge at the end. Users demonstrate their knowledge through different characteristics being repeated and reworded. Project links to G's learning principles under risk-taking, as students are quizzed at the end on their knowledge they have learnt throughout the game. There is no point system and students have unlimited tries. If they get the answer wrong, they are reminded of what characteristic the season has that activity is usually done in. Players are encouraged to take risks and their knowledge is broadened if their answer isn't right. Project relates to the e-affordances under multimodal meaning, as my game has pictures, texts, and voiceovers. This allows for concepts to be reinforced in multiple different ways. Recursive feedback, as in the quiz section, students are given real-time feedback whether they have answered correctly or incorrectly. This allows students to think about what they're doing and how they can improve. And lastly, active knowledge making, as students are making connections between their everyday activities and the seasons. Learners can build upon the things they already know and get a deeper understanding of what they are learning. My project supports the learning of a student with attention deficit disorder, as it is a quick game that doesn't take too long and has lots of bright colours and changing scenes to ensure they are engaged and interested the entire time. The instructions can also be accessed at any time in case they're not focusing or if they've lost interest for a minute. I use tools such as Creative Commons and Scratch to create my project, as there are many copyright laws on every picture on the internet. Most of them don't allow them to be used on other platforms for educational or commercial use. Creative Commons allows all photos on their website to be used on other platforms, as they have permission from the owners of the pictures and they are covered by copyright laws that cannot be changed. Creating this Scratch game, I encountered problems with trying to find the pictures I wanted, as it was hard to find them without copyright laws and policies on them. I also found it difficult to code things properly on Scratch, as I had never used it before and it was a completely new program and experience for me. I was able to Google most things in regards to the coding issues I had on Scratch and was able to teach myself from there. If I had have used Scratch before and had a deeper understanding of it, I would have made my game have more interactions and be coded better. During creating this game, I've learnt that I enjoy finding out more about ICT and learning about new technology. I've enjoyed learning about how there is such a huge variety of tools that I can use in the classroom to do with technology that can and will enhance learning. I learnt that I shouldn't doubt myself and I am able to pick up new skills quite quickly. Next time, I would research Scratch more and have a greater understanding on how coding works and what goes into the coding compartment of games. I've gained a greater appreciation of games and how much time and effort goes into each one. Having students create their own games would be an extremely useful skill for them to understand how to do and to achieve. It is something very different to basic projects, therefore engaging students' learning. All students learn differently, and therefore this would be something that many students would benefit from.